So Otto von Bismarck convenes the Berlin Conference in 1884. And it was this imperialist extravaganza where all the great powers of Europe got together in Berlin under the civilized mission of deciding how are we going to carve up the continent so we don't have conflict with each other. Like slices of a cake. You can have this piece, France, you can have this piece, Germany, you can have this piece, Italy. Okay, but I'll get this piece if you give me that, and so on. This gentleman, King Leopold of the Belgians, secured the entire Congolese interior as personal property at the Berlin Conference, with promises of promoting humanitarian missions in the Congolese interior, in the African interior, and free trade on the Congo River for all the great powers of Europe. Little old Belgium was not one of them, but he, through his guile and wile, secured the Congo as personal property. It was 77 times the size of Belgium. Take a moment to look at this man's face, because he is one of the most malignant architects of human misery in history. Now, the same year that Leopold got his hands on the Congo, a fellow named Carl Benz invents this, the motor wagon. It was an internal combustion engine vehicle with steel-clad wheels. It could only go so fast before the wheels fell apart. 3 years later, a Scotsman named Dunlop invents a rubber tire. And guess where one of the largest rubber tree forests in the world was located? Congo. So Leopold is sitting on a treasure chest. And he deploys a mercenary army to terrorize and enslave the local population, to gather rubber sap from the trees, get it downriver and up to Europe. And it's one of the most appalling episodes of pillage and genocide in human history. Estimates are that Leopold's terror squads depopulated the Congo by 50%, to the tune of up to 15 million people. Now, stories of these atrocities began to emerge, first with missionaries, and later with intrepid truth seekers, determined to uncover the realities of Leopold's slave farm. Joseph Conrad was in the Congo at that time, and what he saw inspired his excoriating meditation on the colonial desecration of Africa, Heart of Darkness. This is probably the first photograph in history that went viral. It was taken by a missionary named Alice Seeley Harris. And it memorializes the punishment that was meted out on the Congolese people by Leopold's army if they didn't meet their quota. This man is named Nsala, and he's looking down at the severed hands and feet of his 5-year-old daughter, Boali. Punishment for not meeting his quota. And Alice, imagine her grit and fortitude as a single female missionary probing these atrocities, capturing this image. It got into a missionary magazine, and the world was shocked that this was happening, and happening for the tires on their bicycles and cars.